So, ito po yung papag-usapan natin kung pwede ba tong ganitong setup po ito. So, yung short answer po natin dyan is pwede po yan mangyari. However, it is going to be subject to very strict requirements po. So, kung malusutan lahat ni FPRRD yung mga requirements na i-discuss ko, posible pong mangyari yung work from Hague. Okay, so good day everybody po. This is AttorNEIL Abayon, your quote-unquote favorite DDS lawyer po. At ngayon po, yan yung e-explain ko sa inyong lahat, okay? Pero unang-una po, quick disclaimer lang, kung ayaw nyo po kay FPRRD, ang suggestion ko po is skip nyo na tong video ko para iwas po kayo sa stress or sa high blood kasi lahat po ng i-discuss ko dito is more or less favorable po to kay former President Rodrigo Duterte in relation po kasi to dun sa pagkapanalo niya as city mayor sa Davao City kahit na po ano siya, away from keyboard daw or AFK. Okay, so again, para po hindi na kayo ma-high blood or ma-stress, skip nyo na lang po. You are more than free to skip this video. However po, kung open-minded kayo or kung willing kayo matuto regarding legalities despite po of the political figures we are discussing, you are more than welcome pa rin naman po para panoorin tong video ko. Okay, so ngayon start na po tayo sa discussion natin. So before po natin i-explain talaga yung main issue po natin is whether or not pwede ba si FPRRD mag quote-unquote work from Hague, is unang-una po sagutin ko muna yung preliminary question natin, which is whether or not legitimate candidate po ba talaga si FPRRD, kasi alam naman po natin he is currently in detention. So yung main question po dyan is kung naka-apekto ba yung detention niya sa candidacy niya, okay? At para po masagot natin yan, explain ko muna sa inyo yung different petitions for disqualification po under our election laws. So unang-una po dyan, ang tatandaan natin is itong Section 68 disqualifications. This is under the Omnibus Election Code po, okay? So in summary po, itong Section 68 disqualification, ito yung mga election offenses. So yung pinaka-common pong nadi-disqualify under this is yung nagvo-vote buying, nagko-conduct ng terrorizing acts, yung terrorism. Ito po, makikita natin sa letter B, committed acts of terrorism to enhance his candidacy. So kung nananakot po kayo ng intimidate para mas mataas chance nyo manalo, that can be considered as an election offense under Section 68. And then itong letter C naman po is yung spent election campaign in excess. So ito po is overspending. Yung best example pong masasabi ko dito sa overspending is kung naalala nyo pa yung si former Governor E.R. Ejercito, yung na-disqualify po siya dati due to overspending. So ito pong letter D and E, in summary po, these are illegal contributions. So kung tumatanggap po kayo ng contributions from foreign bodies, from foreign entities, that is prohibited po yan. That is a ground for disqualification under Section 68. Okay? So yan yung isang disqualification petition. And aside from the grounds po dun sa Omnibus Election Code natin, meron pa po yung additional grounds for disqualification under Section 40 po to ng Local Government Code. So makita po natin dyan, sentence by final judgment involving moral turpitude or an offense punishable by 1 year or more of imprisonment, and then administrative case, convicted by final judgment for violating the oath of allegiance to the Republic, dual citizenship, fugitives from justice in criminal or non-political cases here or abroad. So yung fugitives from justice po, ibig sabihin yan yung nagtatago or yung tumakas sa ayaw magpahuli basically. So si FPRRD po, he is not a fugitive because currently is in detention. Hindi po siya nagtatago or tumakbo from his ICC case. Permanent residence in a foreign country, insane or feeble-minded. Okay, so ito pong lahat ng tong minention ko, Section 40 Local Government Code, and then Section 68 of the Omnibus Election Code is what we call a petition for disqualification due to election offenses po. Okay? Yan po yung unang way para ma-disqualify ang isang kandidato. Ngayon, ang next naman pong pwede i-file dyan na petition para matanggal po ang isang kandidato is what we call a Section 78 petition. Still of the Omnibus Election Code po to. This is actually not, strictly speaking, this is not a disqualification case po. Rather, this is a petition to deny due course or to cancel a certificate of candidacy. So, ibig sabihin po niyan, ang layunin nitong petition nito is walang bisa po yung certificate of candidacy due to what we call a false material misrepresentation po dun sa information na nilagay ng isang kandidato sa COC niya. Okay? So, ngayon, ang next question natin, what is a false material misrepresentation po ba sa candidacy? So, these are matters po or yung qualifications dun sa position na tinatakbuhan mo. Ang easiest way po na mabigay kong example nito is, let's say, city mayor po yung tinatakbuhan nyo, tapos yung tinatakbuhan nyo pong lugar is Davao City as city mayor. Pero yun pala in reality, yung actual residence mo is dun pala sa Ilocos Norte. Ganyan po, that can be considered as a false material misrepresentation kung saan pwede po ma-deny due course or ma-cancel yung certificate of candidacy mo. So yan po yung two different ways para po ma-disqualify at matanggal yung isang kandidato from the election, from the electoral process. So ngayon, ang next question po natin, ano naman ang difference ito? Bakit ko ba ito sila dinidifferentiate? Diba? Kasi these are actually very technical legal matters already. And the reason po kung bakit ko to siya in-explain isa-isa at i-differentiate po talaga is because pag ma-disqualify po kasi under a Section 68 petition, ang mangyayari po is hindi yung number 2 yung uupo. Okay, again, ulitin ko. Pag ma-disqualify po ang isang kandidato under a Section 68 petition, ang mangyayari lang po dyan, pwede pa mag-substitute yung kandidato. Kung hindi na po siya pwede mag-substitute, let's say after elections na siya na-disqualify, ang mangyayari po, aakyat yung vice mayor as the city mayor. Okay? So in other words po, hindi yung number 2 dun sa election ang magiging mayor. Okay? Ang vice mayor po ang aakyat or magkakaroon ng substitution kung posible pa. Yun po pag Section 68 na disqualification. Ngayon, ang next question po natin, ano naman ang epekto nitong Section 78 petition to deny due course or to cancel? So pag ito po ang mag-grant naman, ang Section 78 petition, ang mangyayari po dito ngayon, yung number 2 dun sa election ang magiging city mayor. Okay? Kasi ang epekto po nito, mapapawalang bisa yung certificate of candidacy. Therefore, ang effect, parang wala talagang kandidato na binoto yung mga tao kahit na po nasama siya dun sa printing of ballots. Okay? Yan po yung difference ng Section 78 and 68. So again, in summary, ulitin ko lang po, sa 68, ang mangyayari po dyan is either aakyat yung vice mayor as city mayor or magkakaroon ng substitution kung possible pa. Sa 78 naman, walang ganun. Wala pong aakyat or substitution. Ang mangyayari ngayon, yung number 2 dun sa election ang uupo as city mayor. So ang next question natin, saan ba dito papasok si FPRRD? Section 78 ba or Section 68? Pero bago po tayo tumuloy sa discussion, this is going to be my quick reminder portion of the video po. Okay? So kung nasa YouTube po kayo, is wag nyo po sana kalimutan mag-subscribe. At kung nasa Facebook or TikTok naman po kayo, wag nyo kalimutan mag-follow. Kasi kung tingnan nyo po dito, 83% po yung not subscribed sa akin for some reason. So kung nag-e-enjoy naman po kayo dito sa videos ko, or kahit hindi po kayo nag-e-enjoy pero at least na iintindihan nyo naman, sana po makakonsider nyo po mag-subscribe kung nasa YouTube at mag-follow naman po kung nasa Facebook or TikTok. So yun lang naman po yung request ko at sana naman po ay mapagbigyan ninyo yung munting request po ng quote-unquote favorite DDS lawyer po ninyo. Okay? And isa pa po pala, i-remind ko na lang din kayo kasi meron pong mga nag-member sa YouTube ko at sa nag-subscribe naman sa Facebook. So tandaan po ninyo, sa Facebook may bayad po yung subscription at yung membership naman sa YouTube may bayad din po yun. So baka po na misclick kayo, make sure po i-reviewin ninyo at i-cancel na lang ninyo yung membership ninyo sa YouTube kung hindi nyo naman sinasadya mag-member, okay? Pero kung sinadya po ninyo magpa-member, then I highly appreciate you po and maraming salamat po sa pag-member ninyo. Pero kung nagkamali po kayo, wala pong problema dyan, you are more than welcome po to cancel your membership, okay? So ngayon, tuloy na po tayo sa discussion natin. At ang sagot po dyan, hindi po siya papasok either dito sa dalawa kasi wala naman pong case na final against him, di ba? As far as I know po, based from my research, there is no Section 68 or Section 78 petition filed against FPRRD. Therefore, kung walang final sa kanya, he is a legitimate candidate po. Pag legitimate candidate po siya, lahat po ng boto na nakuha niya dun sa recently concluded elections is valid po yun. Therefore, he is the actual winner po. Siya po talaga yung nanalo dun sa city mayor election sa Davao City. Okay? So ngayon, i-discuss ko naman po sa inyo kung ano yung mga steps na kailangan gawin ni FPRRD para maka quote-unquote work from Hague na po talaga siya. Okay? So unang-una po dyan, of course, is the proclamation of a winning candidate. So dito yung first question po natin in relation to proclamation, kailangan ba physically present yung kandidato pag proclaim sa kanya? Okay, at ang sagot po dyan is hindi po yan siya mandatory. If you read po our election laws that touches or discusses proclamation or yung mga jurisprudence po in relation to proclamation, wala pong any mention dyan of physical presence. Ang nakalagay lang po dyan, once fully complied na ng Board of Canvassers yung trabaho nila, meaning na canvas na nila lahat ng votes, there are no pending pre-proclamation controversies, magiging ministerial na yung trabaho ng BOC para i-proclaim yung winning candidate. Okay? At ang ibig sabihin po ng ministerial function, that is a function po of a government worker kung saan hinula na pong kailangan pag-isipan, kung hindi kailangan lang niya gawin talaga. In short, hindi po siya discretionary. Okay? So ngayon punta po tayo sa next issue natin or sa next step po na kailangan gawin ni FPRRD. So let's say na-proclaim na po si FPRRD. Ngayon yung next step po niyang gawin is kailangan na po niya mag-take ng oath niya para dun sa office po ng city mayor of Davao City. So ang question dyan, saan po or paano po magte-take oath si FPRRD considering nga po he is in detention sa ICC, okay? So kung ako po tatanungin, ang easiest way po dyan or ang safest way po para maging valid talaga yung pag-oath ni FPRRD is dapat mag-take po siya ng oath niya before a consular officer po natin dun sa Netherlands or sa The Hague, okay? Kasi ang requirement po kasi para maging valid ang oath, dapat po competent officer yung nag-administer ng oath, meaning qualified yung officer na yon na magbigay talaga or mag-administer ng oath para ma-consider siya as valid dito sa bansa natin. So kung titingnan po kasi natin kung pwede ba dun sa judges ng ICC, pwede ba si FPRRD mag-oath before the ICC judges, posible po kasing magkaroon ng questions of authentication, genuineness. Therefore, to avoid any issues na lang po and to be safe na lang sa side ni FPRRD, kung ako po tatanungin, yung best option po niya is before the consular officers na lang po siya mag-take ng oath. After po niya mag-oath doon is pwede na po yan ipadala dito sa atin para po ma-recognize dito sa bansa po natin. So after po ma-proclaim at mag-take oath na po ang isang winning city mayor, ang third step po dyan para po talaga maging functioning city mayor na siya is dapat po i-assume na niya yung office niya of the city mayor. Okay? At ang ibig sabihin po ng assume an office, he's performing the functions po and the obligations of a city mayor. Ang problem lang po dito kay FPRRD, dito po kasi sa functions ito, kailangan na ng physical presence niya. Diba? Let's say, paano po siya magsasign ng mga documents kung nandun siya sa abroad. So dito po sa third requirement, posibleng magka-problema si FPRRD. Okay? However po, despite the lack of a physical presence, pwede pa rin po siya maging makonsider as quote-unquote working from Hague. Kasi kung ganun po yung situation ng FPRRD, ang tawag po dyan ngayon is a temporary vacancy pa lang naman po yan. Okay? Tapos pag temporary vacancy pa lang, ibig sabihin yan ngayon, yung vice mayor will be considered as the acting mayor. Okay? At since yung vice mayor naman po ni FPRRD is si Vice Mayor Sebastian Duterte, yung anak po niya, pwede po siya in a sense makonsider as working from Hague pa rin kasi pwede naman ipaabot ni FPRRD yung instructions niya via sa mga relatives po niya na currently nagvi-visit sa kanya doon kung ano po yung gusto niyang ipagawa doon sa acting mayor kay acting mayor Sebastian Duterte. Okay? So yan po yung in a sense po pwede natin makonsider as yun nga quote-unquote working from Hague. Okay? However, take note po, strictly speaking, medyo mahirap po mag-work from Hague talaga yung actual mayor who has assumed his office kasi kailangan nga po yun ng physical presence. Therefore, dapat nandun talaga siya physically sa city office. Pero since yun nga po, if a city mayor is only temporarily incapacitated, he is still considered as the actual mayor po. Just that he is yun nga, temporarily incapacitated. Therefore, since temporarily incapacity lang naman yun, pwede pa rin siya magbigay ng instructions sa acting mayor. At doon na ngayon papasok yung quote-unquote working from Hague. Okay? So in that sense po, pwede mag-work from Hague si FPRRD. Okay, so kung gusto niyo po ng ibang videos na related sa recently concluded 2025 elections po natin, meron po akong video dyan yung posibleng epekto po ng mga resulta sa senatorial election sa impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Okay? At ilalagay ko na lang po yan dito sa gilid ng mukha ko para yung mga interested is pwede nyo panoorin. And by the way, yan po pala yung most viewed video ko so far. As of the time of this recording, nasa 800,000 plus na po yan. So I'm very excited. Hopefully mag 1 million. That will be my first 1 million video if ever po. Okay? So anyway, hopefully klaro po yung discussion natin today. If you like legal educational videos, follow lang po kayo sa akin sa social media. Until next time, see you all po. Bye-bye!